Hi YouTube. It is Felty's Aquaria. Back today. I just neglected making a fish tank video. I'm just gonna pack the ponds and fish tanks all into one video when we go back. Oh, look at that chameleon plant. Finally died off the rest of the way. Looks pretty bad. I'm gonna, here in a second after I get done with this video, I'm gonna bring some, I have some plant scissors inside, and I'll bring those out and cut him off. And then you see this guy too. They're just probably not getting enough light anymore, so they're starting to die off. I'm gonna come out and cut off the leaves that look like they're dying, so they don't just like pollute up my water. And then I'll probably pull off the those leaves from the trees and stuff like that. But as far as like temperature wise and like, I've done a little bit of testing on the water to see, I just smelled it just to see if it smells bad or anything like that. But I've done a little bit of testing on the water just to see how everything's sitting, and it actually is like sitting really good right now. I am gonna treat with a little bit of salt per Cedric's instructions. I'll probably do a little, like a lighter amount, just so I don't mess with any of my plant biology or anything like that, because I'm going to have a greenhouse, so the plants may keep growing, especially if you see the irises, which they're cold water species of irises. They come from like Louisiana and stuff like that, and so they live like out in the marshes where it dries out and it gets wet and stuff like that, and for the winter it freezes, and these guys just have like a bulb, like a rhizome. I think I've showed it off before, like that thick bulb like thing that the leaves grow out of. It will kind of make more of those before the winter hits, and they'll all go to like sleep to hibernate kind of, and they just like come back to life and sprout out new leaves in the spring. But they actually like it pretty cold like this weather. It's maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 50 something today. It's like mid 50s it feels like outside. It feels pretty good, maybe 60 even. I'm in shorts. It's like a little bit cool in shorts, so yeah, feels like fall instead of winter now. And got people passing down, going down to hunt on my road. I live on an access area down that way. Past my driveway is one of my friends told me when I was younger, he told me is the best duck hunting in southern Illinois. So apparently people really like it down there. I usually have a lot of activity on my road. But yeah, I'll probably come out and cut off all these leaves that are dying. Since the irises aren't dying off, I'm going to leave them because they're still absorbing nitrates out of the water, which is good for me. Any plants that are growing, I'm going to leave them a little bit longer. The duckweed is not growing. It looks really bad. I'm not sure about this guy, but he's still alive. Like, it's still rooted down in there and everything. And I think also my net being over the top of him isn't helping. Anyway, Wednesday and Thursday, so the next 2 days, my friend's coming over. We're going to finish up the gutters. We're going to get those gutters done, I hope. I've got my washing machine. I've been watching YouTube videos. One of the guys, I watch his Bearded Appliance. I've been looking at on Google and stuff. I try to do it yourself on a lot of stuff. I like to save money. I'm pretty cheap, so yeah, trying to fix my washing machine. I replaced the wash plate or the agitator, whatever you want to call it. It's a wash plate on mine, but you can call it whatever you want. And now I think maybe my hub is bad. But yeah, I'm figuring it out slowly, and I think that's what the thing is. I'm going to try to take it apart a little bit later and figure that out. My buddy's going to bring a couple tools over when we do the gutters, and that'll help me do the washer really quick instead of having to unscrew a bunch of stuff by hand. I'll have his drill handy, so I'm going to buy a drill if we get some good Black Friday sales on anything like that. I'm just going to buy like a nice drill kit. It comes with some different attachments and stuff like that. That way I can do, just little household chores. And when we put this greenhouse up, we're actually going to have a piece of wood that runs like across there, right above the door frame. and that's what's going to hold our PVC up there. And so, like, because that's going to be there and we're going to have our PVC drilled in there, it'd be a lot easier if I have a drill of my own. I can just get up there and unscrew probably, like, you know, 6 screws or however many screws is going to be, and unscrew 6 screws from the bottom, and then I can just take the greenhouse down. He won't have to come over and help me or anything to do such. You know, I know how to unscrew screws myself. I never really pay money on the tools. He usually helps me with a lot of my projects. If it's something big, if it's anything little, I can usually do it with like screwdrivers and stuff like that. Or I did have a drill for a while there, like a cheap one, and it crapped out on me. So that's why I need to buy a new kit. So yeah, that's what's in the works. The ponds, like I said, I'm just gonna clean the leaves off, clean off all the dead plant matter. And oh, I ordered a skimmer. Ordered on Amazon. It was like 13 bucks, I think. It's a 2-foot long pond skim or pool skimmer, like the things you use for your pool to skim out the dead bugs and stuff like that. I'm just gonna take it and get all this duckweed. I'm sure you guys can tell, but that duckweed, it's not surviving. it doesn't love the weather. I think in some instances it will actually like make seeds or something. It's not seeds, but for lack of a better term, some kind of spore or seed, like basically hibernates, and it will, like, one of these leaves will like get thicker, almost look like a seed. I've seen something like that. Maybe that's Azolla that does it, but I think duckweed and Azolla are the same ish. There's a couple fish down there. Can't see them very good. Tannen's got a little darker just because leaves have been falling on the top. I went and oh, here's a couple. Yeah, I see them swimming around down there underneath the wood. So they're still pretty active. Every once in a while, when it's sunny, I come out and there'll be shrimps. Oh, there's one right there. You see him on the edge of the concrete block right on the right side. Just a little red stick. He's a shrimp, so. Yeah, they'll come out on there. I think maybe it gets warm right there on that concrete block when the sun's out. They like to sit up there and graze on stuff. I see them out there quite a bit. Anyway, that's about all the ponds have to offer. Just right now, while I'm on the winter prowl and trying to get a bunch of stuff done, I think maybe we're thinking about attaching like throwing a rope, like a horseshoe or something, you know, something heavy up there. And I'm just thinking about just trying to pull that guy down, because it's gotten weaker and weaker. You guys can't really see it that good on video because of the lighting, but I can see it really good from the ground. It's weak right there where it's splintered off. And I think it'd be easy to break it free. If I had a more good ladder, like if my ladder was more sturdy and I didn't think it was just gonna like fall because it's on this crazy uneven ground right here, I'd probably cut it down. But yeah, there's people going by. Hello. Going to hunt or something probably. And I'm about to probably here soon be adding these pumpkins to some compost. I'd say they're getting pretty rotten. I don't know. Probably want to add the gourds just because it has seeds in it, and I don't want to add any extra seeds that I don't really know what they are, or that it may be questionable what they are. So yeah, that's the ponds today. Oh, my compost. Man, let me show you guys this. I'm pretty upset. You guys know it rained here for a while, and I didn't think of this idea till after. Like, it had been so dry, and I didn't have to worry about the soil getting too wet. But, you know, the soil needs to compost for a while. And you want it to be wet, but you definitely don't want it to be that wet. You definitely don't want it to be muddy, so I'm probably going to have to do something to this. I drained off a lot of I know there's just leaves in the way, but you can see how wet it is. I drained off a lot. It was, like, all the way full. I'm hoping if I leave it out here in the sun to dry, it'll dry, but I'm kind of questioning it just because there's not as much sun right now. I'm just gonna start putting the lid on it every day at nighttime. Like, I'm gonna leave it right here. I think it's getting a little bit of sun in this area. You know, the sun sets right there, and it's coming right over here over the top. So I think it's getting enough to dry it out if I remember to come through and put this on at nighttime, because otherwise the dew or any amount of condensation could get on it. I mean, I know some's still going to get in. And this will also, because it's not a super tight fitting lid, as you can see. And like, it's got this little tiny hole right there. It'll allow at least a little bit of gas exchange, so it won't just be like cooking in there, like not letting anything happen. So that is also a good thing for composted soil. This compost is also wet, but doesn't look too wet. There's, I was looking the other day, and there's definitely, like, see, a little bug in there. There's definitely some activity from some flies and stuff like that, which I don't really care too much about. I know some people are, like, trying to keep everything, like any bug out of it, except for earthworms, basically, but I'm just gonna let everything just kind of do its own thing in it. If it gets too wet, I do have another lid. I'll show you guys. I have another couple tubs in here that I'm not really using, and I'm just gonna take a tub lid and put it over that screen, and that'll keep water from getting into it very bad. At least not very much water will get into it. Okay, so the old garage. Oh, here it is. I was thinking this one would fit, and the tub is actually trash. You can see, so I don't know why that somebody had cut slits in the side of it, but I was thinking, yeah, look at that. So there's like a little tiny hole where water can get through, but that's probably best right now. It's definitely still letting some airflow, which we want. So yeah. And I'll probably just be taking those off and back on to let stuff dry out. And I want that compost to be good. I'm going to use that soil for some plants next year, maybe. Okay. So, I guess I did make a long enough pond video. What do you think, guys? Would you like to see? Is my hair messy? Let's see. I think I've seen it in the mirror. It's gonna be fun to put on YouTube. Oh yeah, I'm definitely putting that on YouTube, guys. You see my shirt is anime. I like anime. Any anime YouTuber that wants to subscribe to me or anything like that, I'll take all your support. I love anime YouTubers. I would love to do that eventually. I don't do enough. I'm gonna make a fish tank video, guys. Look at my hair. Can you see that? It's pretty bad. I'm making a fish tank video probably tomorrow. My dude's coming over to do those gutters. So yeah, I'll make a fish tank video tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day, YouTube.